What's up, everybody? Mike Dolce here. Welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. Today, we're going to do something slightly different. You guys have been requesting videos on specific supplements, SARMs, peptides, gray market area, pharmaceuticals, and nutraceuticals, as well as possible performance enhancing compounds. Now, speak with your doctor before attempting any exogenous product, and also check the local laws in your area to see what is legal. This is not medical advice. This is simply for information and educational purposes only. This is entertainment at the end of the day. But today I wanted to speak about a very interesting peptide called FRAG, commonly known as FRAG or HGH-FRAG, but what it is known as is fragment 176191. And I want to break this down for you. Now, certain peptides are illegal, certain peptides are gray area, and certain peptides are legal through a prescription from your doctor. So again, speak with your doctor, but FRAG 176191 is an interesting compound that you might be curious about learning more. Now, FRAG 176191 is a small piece of human growth hormone that is sometimes referred to as the lipolytic fragment. FRAG 176191 earned this name due to the fact that laboratory research has shown it to enhance fat burning, particularly in mice genetically engineered to produce large fat stores. Fragment 176191 has been heavily researched in animal models because even while it preserves the fat burning effects of HGH, it avoids some of the other effects of its parent protein, such as increasing insulin-like growth factor 1 or IGF-1 levels, negatively impacting carbohydrate metabolism, altering insulin sensitivity, increasing long bone growth, and so forth. These are common negative side effects of HGH use, which we see a lot of, older guys or kind of the earlier era bodybuilders suffering from these HGH related negative issues. Now, the targeted effects of FRAG 176191 make it useful for exploring human fat metabolism and may eventually provide the basis for developing anti-obesity medications. A lot of pharmaceutical companies right now are researching this exact compound, trying to figure out a way to use the preliminary research in animal models and adopt it to the human experience. Now, let's just give a little bit more information. The effects of fragment 176191, number one, are lowering blood sugar. Now, research in animals has revealed that the C-terminal end of HGH is primarily responsible for the protein's hypoglycemic or lowering blood sugar effects. Testing of at least 6 different fragments derived from this section of HGH has shown that fragment 176191 is the most effective synthetic derivative of HGH for lowering blood sugar levels. This effect is secondary to a sustained increase in plasma insulin levels. There is some interest in using fragment 176191 as a treatment for both prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. This is very important. And it's very interesting because many times individuals who are using legal prescription or illegal black market human growth hormone develop diabetic issues. They develop severe insulin-related issues as a result of injecting the exogenous HGH. Now, what the current thought is, utilizing a piece of that HGH, which is the FRAG 176191, reduces that negative effect. Very interesting once again. Number two, the effects. Fat burning and weight loss. Now, fragment 176191 has earned the nickname of lipolytic fragment because testing in mice has revealed the peptide may have substantial fat burning and weight loss properties. It is thought that this action is mediated through an increase in production of beta-3 receptors. Agonist action is known directly to increase fat burning in adipose tissue and is also responsible for thermogenesis in skeletal muscle. Studies show that the increased fat burning associated with fragment 176191 directly correlates with energy expenditure and thus weight reduction, leading to a nearly 50% reduction in weight gain in obese animals over a 3-week course. Interesting, the weight loss effects were seen only in obese mice, with lean mice maintaining normal body weight on average, even when exposed to fragment 176191. I'll clear that up in a second. These findings indicate that there are secondary regulatory pathways for lipolysis that override ADRB3 function when body weight is at or near ideal, opening up areas for additional research into energy homeostasis. What does this mean? This means if you're already at a normal, healthy weight, if you're already relatively lean, you may not get additional benefits from fragment 176191. But if you are overweight, if you are obese, you may see dramatic results from frag 176191. Again, very interesting. The research is still being done right now. There is no general consensus as of yet, but there is a profound lipolytic response in animal studies with the use of frag 176191 on those who are considered overweight or obese. Now, another benefit of frag 176191 is cartilage regeneration. Though frag 176191, and that is the compound name, is primarily of interest for its lipolytic properties, the peptide is under investigation for other possible benefits. Of note, a 2015 article out of Korea revealed that fragment 176191 may be able to potentiate the side effects of hyaluronic acid injections in promoting cartilage regeneration. Studies in rabbits indicated that weekly injections of fragment 176191 increase laboratory measures of cartilage growth, and that co-administration of the peptide with hyaluronic acid produces even more substantial effects. Similarly, the study found that fragment 176191, both alone and in combination with hyaluronic acid, reduces disability associated with osteoarthritis. Again, another profound possible use of frag 176191. There is hope that this may lead to advanced therapies for osteoarthritis and may even eliminate the need for surgery in certain settings. I mean, that's a big deal. Now, what are the safety studies? Because that's what it's about. There's a lot of compounds that exhibit benefit, but what is the safety of these compounds? Well, there is concern that the use of traditional exogenous human growth hormone or its derivatives for weight control may have unwanted side effects. This concern arises from the fact that studies of HGH have shown that long-term exogenous administration, while increasing lean body mass and decreasing adipose tissue, can also cause increased insulin resistance, diabetes, acromegaly, cancer, hypertension, high blood pressure, and edema and swelling. Now, in 2013, a study published in the Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism evaluated 6 studies of fragment 176191 to assess the rate and significance of negative effects associated with the peptide. The study included only research that followed the randomized double-blind placebo-controlled model of a phase 2b clinical trial in order to keep the highest possible standards of evidence. It found that intravenous and oral administration of frag 176191, when compared to a placebo, led to no changes in physical findings, laboratory parameters, glucose levels, glucose tolerance, insulin sensitivity, IGF-1 levels, or rates of adverse effects such as headaches. The results of this meta-analysis suggest that frag 176191 offers many of the benefits of HGH without the associated negative and sometimes very serious side effects. These findings further argue for pursuing regulatory approval for use of frag 176191 in the clinical setting, but also offer insight into the regulation of human growth hormone, fat deposit, and energy homeostasis. These findings make it clear that it is possible to target fat loss without affecting energy homeostasis in other nutrient pathways, opening the door for a deeper exploration of human energy regulation and methods of manipulating it. Now, it is worth noting that while HGH has an anabolic effect on muscle, fragment 176191 was specifically selected for its ability to avoid anabolism, muscle growth. This is critical to ensuring that the peptide has targeted lipolytic effects and does not produce acromegaly, or any other conditions associated with HGH administration. Studies in mice reveal that FRAG 176191 does not increase cell proliferation. Now, that's a very important component because the acromegaly, which is the growth of the bones, the feet, the ears, the nose, the forehead, you see that in a lot of human growth hormone users, or those who have, like Andre the Giant, very famous. He had a very serious human growth hormone overproduction issue, which resulted in his massive size, but also his early demise and very serious health issues and kind of physical deformities, which is not as common with the general species, we will say. So HGH 176191 was chosen specifically to avoid the possibility of anabolism, which will be the additional growth of certain cells. And also, what the assumption is, it will likely / hopefully not contribute to the proliferation or the growth of specific cancer cells, which is a very serious concern with those injecting exogenous HGH. Now, there's tons more research out there, but I wanted to give you the basic science behind this, give you a little bit more information than you may have expected. Urge you to do your own due diligence, to speak with your doctor, to learn a little bit more about fragment 176191. And I'm not suggesting you take it at all. What we do suggest here is, number one, is lifestyle mediation. You must be eating properly. You must be training properly. You must be sleeping properly. You must be managing your stress properly. You must be going to your doctor to get adequate blood work done. You must make sure you are ultimately very healthy and living a very healthy lifestyle to properly manage your health, your fitness, and your body composition. From that point, if you have some sort of genetic condition, some sort of chronic illness or disease, you might consider the use of certain approved pharmaceutical compounds under the direct supervision of your doctor and prescribed by your doctor from US-based or traditional regulated laboratories. Now, there is a lot of junk on the market. There's a lot of garbage on the market. There's a lot of products and peptides and SARMs and steroids and all these other products that are produced literally in bathtubs, in paint buckets, in some, almost like a meth lab. A lot of the black market drugs out there in the sports nutrition world or the sports and fitness world are basically made in meth labs. You must only work with your doctor. You must see if you are a candidate for specific pharmaceuticals and nutraceuticals, peptides. SARMs are not really regulated, but peptides are more regulated and legal at this point. This is a constantly evolving and changing industry. So, to wrap it up, now I know people individually, personally, who have used HGH 176191 or FRAG 176191, and some have had dramatic results, dramatic results. Some in the human experience, anecdotally, who are already lean, have gotten super crazy lean. Some, on the other hand, and I believe Derek over at More Plates, More Dates has done a video and he had personal experience using FRAG 176191 and said it did absolutely nothing for him and he was already relatively lean. So anecdotally, I've seen both sides, but I will say I have seen absolutely zero healthy positive effects in those who are legally using FRAG 176191 and not following optimal diet, training, and lifestyle protocols. So again, if you do not have the proper lifestyle protocols in place, all of these things do not work very well. And in fact, you will likely be risking your health long-term, and you will have nearly no gains, no progress, and any sort of progress that you might have will be short-lived and likely the rebound will be very high. So what do you think of this type of video? Do you guys enjoy this type of video? Do you want more videos like this? There's probably 100 or so specific videos on these topics that I can create. I've gotten dozens of requests from you guys, the TRT protocols and HGH protocols and HRT protocols and nutraceuticals and many of the SARMs and many of the peptides. You guys have sent many requests, more privately, not so much in the public comments. You've sent a lot of those. You've sent enough of those requests for these videos that I'm considering putting those out for you. So leave comments below. Give this, maybe if you don't want to put a comment below, yeah, I want to hear more, give the video a thumbs up so I know, hey, this is a popular video. Engage with the channel is the one request. FU Dolce simply means effing unbelievable content. These are simply for the algorithm. You can leave a comment below saying for the algorithm. I will take that as positive feedback as you want more videos like this. And I won't sully up the feed on these type of videos, but I'll probably put a couple out per week. I think the goal right now is for us to put out 12 videos, 2 videos a day, Monday through Friday, and 1 video on Saturday and Sunday. So we're going to do our best to get these videos out as much as possible, in addition to the Mike Dolce Show audio podcast on iTunes, on Spotify, and Stitcher, and everywhere else. So again, do you want to hear more about this? Do you have any specific questions on this? Do you have any specific questions on any of the other SARMs or peptides or nutraceuticals or sports supplements or pharmaceuticals? Leave those questions below. If I do not know that, I will do research that. If I cannot find the research, I will find an expert, bring them on the channel to discuss it for you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. And until next time, boom.